Welcome to the treasure trove of folk tales, a magical collection of stories that have inspired generations. Embark on a mythical journey with heroes, fairies, and enchanting creatures, opening the door to a world of imagination and emotion.
The Tale of the Barber's Second Brother. Your Majesty, once upon a time, in a forgotten corner of bustling Baghdad, there lived a man named Shakashik, the second brother of the renowned Barber. He was a quiet soul with a stern face like carved stone, a man of few words, drawn to ancient books and the strange wares of the old bazaars. People said he had once been a respected scholar, but one fateful night, after returning from a journey to the distant land of Samarkand, he locked himself away for 3 long years. When he reappeared, his eyes carried a shadow, and a curious red leather book was always clutched in his arms. No one knew what he had done during those years. Only a street urchin claimed to see a strange light flickering in his room each night, along with whispered voices, like wind mourning through the shutters. One twilight, as Shakashik leafed through his ancient tome by a mossy wall beside the Tigris, a strange wind stirred the air. A green scrap of parchment fell from above, landing softly at his feet. In shimmering golden ink were written the words, "Come to the 7th door beneath the shrine of the moon god. On the night of the full moon, your destiny shall awaken." Shakashik, well-versed in forgotten languages and cursed scripts, felt a pulsing aura from the parchment, both seductive and dreadful. Despite his scholar's reason, something in his heart pulled him toward the mystery. That full moon night, he stepped into the crumbling temple of the moon god, long abandoned and veiled in dust. Past headless statues and cracked stone tablets, he found a sealed stone door etched with 7 stars encircling a blooming flower. The moment he touched the door, the earth trembled. A hidden stairwell unfolded, descending into the earth's belly. The air below was thick and cold. With every step, the light from his lamp dimmed as though the darkness itself consumed it. At the end of the passage, he found a stone chamber. In the center stood a black marble altar, and upon it, an ancient bronze mirror. Before the mirror, sat a girl, still silent, and heartbreakingly beautiful. Her eyes were closed, tears gliding down her pale cheeks in endless sorrow. Her presence pierced him like the sound of a lute string. Snapping mid-song, etched on the mirror's surface were trembling words. "Whoever gazes into this mirror shall behold the true form of the one they love, but shall trade a piece of their soul to fate." Shakashik gazed, not to see himself, but to witness her in another world. In the mirror, she lived. She smiled, spoke, sang a haunting lullaby in a language older than kings. Her name was Zahira, a fairy cursed for loving a mortal who betrayed her. Every night thereafter, Shakashik returned to the chamber. Though they spoke only through the mirror, his soul found warmth for the first time. The loneliness he had, borne for decades, melted like ice under spring sun. He smiled, truly, deeply. For the first time in his life, Zahira told him the curse would lift only if someone loved her, not for her beauty, nor for magic, but for her true self. One night, Zahira whispered, "The time has come. If your heart is true, pass through the 3 doors of trial. If you succeed, we shall meet in the flesh." Shakashik did not hesitate, even if he had to trade his life. Shakashik stepped forward. The first door led to a maze filled with echoes, not of monsters, but his own voice. Memories of shame, betrayal, grief, his mother's cries, his friends' rejections. He wandered lost in his own mind for a day and night, until Zahira's lullaby guided him out. The second door opened into a realm of fire, where the souls of liars flew like winged flames. A 3-headed serpent guarded the path. To pass, he had to give up his most treasured possession, the crimson-bound book. the sum of all his knowledge. The third door was the most terrible, a place of complete emptiness. No light, no sound. A void where weaker minds would go mad. But Shakashik held a single whisper in his heart. Zahira is waiting. And he emerged, burned, broken, but whole in spirit. He entered the final sanctuary, where Zahira appeared, alive, real, radiant. She embraced him, and their tears mingled like a stream that brought life back to the dead. The curse shattered. The mirror burst into 1,000 diamonds. They fled the underworld, but above ground, time had shifted. 3 more years had passed. The book was gone, his name forgotten in the city, but in his heart, there was no loss. Shakashik and Zahira vanished into a hidden garden beyond Baghdad's northern gates, and though no one saw them again, it is said that travelers who pass near the grove feel their hearts strangely warmed, as if they'd once known the fairy's gaze. Asterisk, thus it was that the second brother of the barber, once lost in silence and shadows, found not riches, nor fame, but something rarer, a love that asked for nothing, yet gave everything. Through devotion, he redeemed not only her fate, but his own. But, O wise and noble king, if your majesty still hungers for wonders, then hear of the third brother, a man whose silver tongue and clever hands let him slip into royal halls, only to flee from the very love he once scorned. Was it punishment, or was it destiny in disguise? At this point, Shahrazada bowed her head, sighed softly, and raised her sad voice. Please let me continue the night after a strange, vague memory like golden sand, flying in the middle of the vast and scalar desert.
The tale has come to an end, yet the magic of these legends lives on in your heart. Keep dreaming and spreading the wonder.